If you are pregnant or you've recently had a baby, this podcast is for you. I am your host, Kath Bequee, a physiotherapist working in women's health and mum of three. Inside my online program, Fitness Mama, I just love helping support women to care for their bodies during pregnancy, prepare their bodies for birth, and support their after-birth recovery, helping them feel confident and strong inside out during this important stage of their lives. In this podcast, join me each week as we dive into all things pregnancy care, childbirth, and postnatal recovery, helping you through every step of the journey. It is absolutely possible to feel amazing and confident in our bodies during this motherhood journey, and I want that for you. Come and say hi to me on Instagram @FitnessMama, and let's dive into today's episode. Welcome back to another episode of the Pregnancy, Birth and Recovery podcast. So I wanted to drop in quickly because I know a lot of you tune in as soon as an episode is released, and I didn't want to leave you in the lurch because I don't have a birth story for today's episode. So if you have managed to gather, every Tuesday we release a topic on an area of pregnancy, birth, or recovery, whether or not it's a solo episode or with a guest expert speaker. And then our Friday podcast episodes are usually birth stories and motherhood stories. And look, I've got no excuse. There's nothing available today. I think the school holidays got the better of me. And doing 2 episodes a week, I do need to be on top of the interviews, which usually I am. It certainly isn't a quick process behind the scenes. But yes, I do apologize. But I thought I'd take the opportunity so that I don't get stuck in this sticky situation again with no birth stories. Here I am doing a call out. If you would like to share your story, I would love to hear from you. So whether or not it's your birth story, your motherhood journey, something about your recovery, come and send me a message on Instagram @FitnessMama. There will be a link in the show notes with a form to fill in if you want to share a little bit about your situation. That would be amazing. So if you have been listening to this podcast for a while, you know that I strive to share all sorts of birth stories, vaginal births, cesarean births, pain relief, no pain relief. Like, it doesn't need to be an exciting birth. It doesn't need to be a positive birth, although we do love positive stories, as you know, but the whole range of scenarios and situations, which is what reality and life is all about. Perhaps it's your postpartum journey you want to share, your motherhood journey. So it doesn't stop at childbirth. And I do just love chatting to you about experiences with motherhood. So if you have a story to share, please do touch base. Again, just send me a DM on Instagram @FitnessMama. So that's it, ladies. Short and sweet. We have got some amazing episodes coming up. We have got a few birth stories lined up, but we've got a chat with an obstetrician about exercise in pregnancy. I'm talking to an expert about returning to work after having a baby. We're discussing with a psychologist birth after birth trauma. So that will be a really valuable episode. And also chatting with a nutritionist about postnatal depletion. So we're focusing on getting to your feel-good weight after birth. So she'll be talking about the whole diet aspect and the nutrition side of things. So beautiful range of stories coming up, but I am putting that call out. So if you do fill in that form, a big thank you, and our team will endeavour to be touching base with you, depending on how many stories we get called out. We'll absolutely attempt to touch base. So thank you so much, everyone. And I look forward to you joining me next week for another episode of the Pregnancy, Birth and Recovery podcast. Thanks for listening to the Fitness Mama podcast, brought to you by the Fitness Mama freebies found at www.fitnessmama.com/free. So please take a few seconds to leave a review, subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and be sure to take a screenshot of this podcast, upload it to your social media, and tag me at Fitness Mama so I can give you a shout out too. Until next time, remember, an active pregnancy, confident childbirth, and strong postnatal recovery is something that you deserve. Remember our disclaimer: materials and contents in this podcast are intended as general information only and shouldn't substitute any medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. I'll see you soon.